Words with Friends. It's a pretty simple tune. We play this on the record in standard tuning, but it is down half a step. So your open E should just sound like. The first chord starts on the 4th fret of the A string, and it uses a lot of open strings. It's kind of a thing throughout the song. We do it in a lot of our tunes, but anyway, it goes 4, 2, 4. So that's 4 on the A, 2 on the D, 4 on the G, and then the open strings are B, E. So basically the intro kind of sounds like this. Then after that pause, the next chord is like it's kind of like an A minor, I guess, but the way you play it is just open on the A string, and then you hold the same shape with your other finger. So it's open, A, 2 on the D, 4 on the G, and then B, E as well. So it just goes... Now this next part is still part of the same chord structure as the beginning. The only thing is we're adding a 3rd chord in the middle. So the next part, and then this chord is it's your standard power chord, B. So it's just 2, 4, 4, and then again with the open B and E string. So. Back to that A. And little bridge part is 4 on the E string, 7 on the A string. So you're doing like a palm meeting thing at that point, and it just kind of goes. Then all you're going to do for this for the next measure is slide your index finger up to 5. So and the ending chord there is when you finish the palm meeting part, 5, 7, 6, 5 on the E, 7 on the A, 6 on the D. So after that, you're gonna use the same shape as the beginning, as the intro, 4, 2, 4, starting in the A string. And this is the only part of the song I guess I would consider tricky because there's some weird muting stuff in there, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start by playing that C sharp minor, then A, like before. So you're just taking your ring finger off. And then as you change chords, what's going to happen is you're going to end up muting this A string with the tip of your index finger, which is, you know, it's a little weird at first, but you'll get the hang of it. So you're doing that, and then you're going to take your ring finger that you were using before and put it on 4 of the E string. So it sounds like. And again, this A string is muted, and you're still playing, you know, open notes all the way through the rest of the strings. So after this chord, all you're doing is removing it again, removing your ring finger and playing the open E string along with that muted A and the rest of the strings. So it's like. So I'll just pick each one so you can kind of get the hang of it, or if you want to figure it out by ear. It goes like. And remember, this A string is muted, so it should sound weird like that. But when you play the full chord, that A string is muted, and you get. So the whole part is just. and there's that little riff in there for the second measure, which is really easy. It's just a box shape starting on 2, 4, 2, 4, and when you get to that, you begin the measure over again. You just start the whole phrase using that same chord progression. So that part is. And then there's the this thing from the bridge part again. So you're just going to add that in there at the end to finish the phrase, and that's essentially how it goes. So you got your this part, and then you're going to start the chord progression over again. When you get to that A, you're going to switch to these power chords, just like you did before. So I'll just play the measure real slow, the entire part, and you can check it out. And then we're going to do these chords again, but it kind of finishes out through a whole other part into the end of the song. So it starts with the word suddenly in the lyrics. So you got and suddenly my time alone means so much more. And when it goes into the I know this heart stuff, and throughout the ending bridge of the song, the chord pattern doesn't necessarily change. You're still switching, alternating between, but the second two measures, you've got this 6 on the D string added in there to make the chord sound more full, and then we're also going to go up to B. So you're going to go and then the next measure is the I'll learn to rely on the sunshine and the weather part, which actually starts on A. It's kind of just the reverse of the intro sort of chord progression. So, falling apart. Start with that A, and switch to the like C sharp minor, down to that B chord, open like that with these. Don't forget to, the B and E strings being open are kind of like what make the chord progression sound like that. So I'll learn to rely on the sunshine and the weather. Pretty simple. It's just 4 measures of, and all these chords you learned before from the beginning of the song. So really we're just kind of reversing the order of those chords for this bridge part, like you did in the intro, but just in case, it's and that's it. The outro of the song, again, very simple. The palm muting part is just going to start on E. It's just a major E. And you're just going to go ahead and palm mute that. I've got that headshot. When you switch chords, you're just going back to that A that we've been doing this whole time. So. then there's that little bass fill there. When it all breaks out, and you do the walls cave in part, you're just strumming those. They're big open ones, so you just when the walls cave in, I was left to my own devices. Now, throughout the end of the song, we kind of go back to the beginning chord progression, but it's a little bit different. It just kind of adds a little bit of dynamic to the chord progression, and so it's not too repetitive. And I guess just to make it sound sadder. So when the lyrics start at and I learned that day, blah blah blah. It's 4, 6, 6, open, open. So and I learned, right? And all you're gonna do is slide this down and then finish it off with these, which is the same A chord that you've been playing this whole time. So it's just, and if you remember just to keep these open notes in there with the B and the E string, then you'll be gold. And that's pretty much the rest of the song. So it's just, and I learned that day that I'm more real than concrete. I'm not. And it just finishes off in that B, and that's the tune. So if you have any other questions, feel free to hit us up, Twitter, Facebook, whatever's easier, and we'd be happy to answer them. Thank you for the request, and I hope this helps.